Welcome back, everybody, to my last brain cell. As you can see, bit of a different view here today. This is the big change that I was alluding to in my earlier episodes. So, yeah, get used to this format for all podcast episodes going forward. In my head, yeah, when I originally started this, pardon me, it was specifically going to be for TikTok, right? And I only downloaded TikTok when I decided to make this. So it's only been, we're about to enter year 2 of me having TikTok and of this podcast, right? So when I started this, the up and down format just made sense because this was going to primarily be for TikTok. And then when I started to do the pizza reviews, I was like, should I make this in this format, like the long form, like full screen format? And I was like, nah, I won't do it horizontally. I'll keep it vertical. And then I started Sip Read Repeat, and I knew for Sip Read Repeat, I needed it to be a little bit more eye-catching than the regular episodes, which is why I decided to go with the horizontal format over the vertical, and then I do the same for Clandestine Cuisine. So then I thought we might as well just make this all the same ratio going forward. So every episode you get from me, whether it be Sip Read Repeat, Clandestine Cuisine, a podcast episode, whatever else I decide to do in the future, boom, baby, this is the format you'll get. So before I go any further, let me also say Happy New Year to you guys, because I'm pretty sure this episode is going to be posted on the new year, which is also why I really wanted to do it now. I was going to wait until the freshest batch of episodes, but then I thought, nah, this is just too perfect. Like with it being the new year, it just made sense to post this today. So yeah, y'all, I hope you guys have had a safe transition into the new year. I hope you weren't partying too hard, and if you were, I hope you were safe about it. As you can see, I'm still wearing like a Christmas themed sweater. As I'm recording right now, it's just a little past Christmas, so it's still the holiday season. So I'm gonna rock this sweater. But yeah, anyway, do I have any more housekeeping? In case you missed it, the last episode of Sip Read Repeat is going to be the last time we talk about Gone Girl. We won't have a book for the month of January. We'll have something else to read, and then we will start our new book in February. And I will announce the new book in January, and you'll get the announcement what the book is going to be, because I'll make an Instagram post about it. But then we won't start that book until February. But get ready for that. And I'll also just say that the next month, because now that we're officially in January, the next month will be very, very cool. So if you haven't caught any of my content previously, if you haven't told your friends about any of my content previously, I promise you, you're going to want to tell them about it at least going into February. The last newest thing I want to talk about is I finally activated the community on the YouTube page. I didn't know YouTube's community thing needed to be activated. And in the last couple of weeks, we've gained a lot of followers to our YouTube page, or subscribers, or just people, supporters. I think it's a much better word, to the LBC committee. So I want to say thank you first and foremost to all of you who have followed. Welcome. Most of you, I noticed, followed off of my food content. Just know I only have that once a month. Other than that, I do this regular yapping, and we have Sip Read Repeat every Sunday as well. But food content, while scarce, is not non-existent. So if you're here specifically for food content, I'll see you in a couple of weeks, or I'll see you one of these Saturdays coming up this month. I can tell you now, it won't be this coming Saturday. That just makes no sense. What else do I have? But yeah, so the community page is officially open. So if there's things that you guys want to see, or if you want to talk amongst yourselves, please feel free to do so. And don't be shy to comment on any posts that I make on there. You can share if there are ideas you want me to tackle. You can talk about, favorite books, favorite manga, favorite whatever. You can talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. But yeah, so that's all the housekeeping I have. So, I will say we do have the Wheel of Fun. It is officially back today, and we're actually going to start off with that before I go to the question of the day. But other than that, that's all we have for today. Like I said, we're not going to do We're not gonna bring back Cards Against Humanity. I think I found another game, or I think that's right. I think I found another game. I just now have to find it tangibly. Like I saw it somewhere and I was like, that might be good. So I think I'm gonna go get that because I think it'll still be a cool scenario based game for us to play. So without further ado, let's break out the Wheel of Fun. It's been a long time since we've had this. So if you're new here, one of the things I used to do with Wheel of Fun, and we would spin the wheel and it would pick a topic and I would go off that topic, right? I removed some other things on here and I replaced them. So I have officially added just a manga option for the wheel. And I did that because whenever I would spin anime, I would also talk manga. So I felt to make it fair so that you guys aren't bombarded with a bunch of information, I separated it. So I'm going to do my best to not talk about them in the same vein, unless it's like either, something like that's simultaneously coming out and like the anime has been announced or something like that. Other than that, I will try not to combine the two. I also added food on here because come on, who doesn't love to eat? Right? Who doesn't love to eat? And I as we go into the new year, I'm going to be trying a lot of new food things. And I want to talk to you guys about that and see if there are any food things you guys want to talk about. As I meal prep, I don't make boring meal preps. I want to talk about it. Like I made a birria lasagna this week. It was phenomenal. A little dry. I need to figure out. I cooked it a little too long in the slow cooker. If I didn't, it would have been perfect. But it was still good. So again, I don't make boring food, so we'll talk about it. The last thing I added. Oh no, not last thing. I also added an about me part. Cause I feel like I'm not like I shared some stories with you guys, but there's a lot about me that you guys still don't know because it doesn't come up organically in conversation, right? So I added that on there, so I'll talk about random things about me. And then the last thing I added was a spin again. I was gonna add a good luck next time, like I guess we won't do the wheel today, but that felt kind of cheap, so that's why I added spin again instead, just to make things a little bit more interesting. So without further ado, let's see what the spin wants us to talk about today. That was a good one, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Oh, it went from movies to random. So something random. So random just means I can talk about whatever I want, basically, right? So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have not gone to the gym in a super long time. It's been since before my birthday. My birthday was the 19th. I haven't been to the gym at all this week with the holiday week. I was preparing to like cook and I kept running to the store and work was crazy. And that's no excuse, right? But I'm really excited for the new year because my girl and I are going to be doing 75 hard together. Well, she's going to do her own version. I'm going to do 75 hard. And it's going to make it even more interesting because the weather is what it is, right? If you don't know what 75 hard is, one of the, I think, biggest components of 75 hard is getting 2 workouts in. And one of them have to be outside. So I typically, this will be my 3rd time doing it. I typically just take a walk outside. But obviously that'll be a little bit more of a challenge because it's the winter. So if it snows, I still got to take that walk. One thing I think I'm going to do differently though, is I don't know if I'm going to read a self-help book. I think I'm just going to read a book of my choosing. I mean, it's not like this is like being logged anywhere. It's not being tracked. The accountability is on me. I just think I need to actively just read. I don't think I need to necessarily read another self-help book. I read enough to understand it for the most part. They're all anecdotal, right? They give you an idea, then they give you an anecdote as like, an example of how to apply it. I don't care for your anecdotes because most of the books y'all selling that are 200 plus pages could be 47 at max. So I'm good on that part. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing that with her. She's kind of stressed about it, but I know we're gonna do fine. And I'm looking forward to us holding each other accountable in this light because I think it'll be our relationship is still kind of new. So I think it'll be a really good test of our relationship because like I'm not gonna bully her and I don't think she's going to bully me, but we are going to be holding each other accountable in that vein. And we've not crossed that kind of threshold yet in our relationship as far as like an accountability thing. So this will be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. So that's my random thing for the day, which I think is perfect to lead into the question of the day. So today's question of the day is, did you come up with a resolution for the new year? I'm sure a lot of you are new year, new me type of people. And if I'm wrong in assuming that, apologies, but that's just how it is for the most part, right? New year, new me, new year, new me. Personally, I did not have a resolution going into this year. I decided to instead just make more goals, right? Now, one of my goals for 2025 was to, like podcast specific, 1,000 followers on YouTube. That didn't happen. 100 followers on Instagram. That didn't happen. 100 followers on TikTok. That did happen. And a few other things, right? Like I wanted to make Sip Read Repeat come back again. Did that. I wanted to do clandestine cuisines. Did that. So I had goals this year that I wanted to achieve. Some of which I could do, personally, and some of which do rely on the public, right? But I didn't want to call them resolutions because it wasn't something that like it wasn't a brand. Although they were brand new, it wasn't like a brand new thing for me to just try. It was like, no, I'm going to accomplish these things. So while I don't have a resolution going into the new year, I do have one goal, and it might sound simple, and it might even sound stupid or corny to all of y'all, but my only goal this year, like besides podcast related stuff, right? Because there are things I want to do for the podcast that I don't necessarily want to talk about with you guys because they're surprises for all of you, right? But the one thing I think I really want to do this year, my one goal is just make more money. That's really it. Make more money. More Skrilla. We need to bring that word back too. Yeah, I just want to make more bread, yo. I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm making a decent amount of money, especially because I'm an hourly employee again, and I do get decent overtime. So I think I'm making good money, at least on paper. Like I'm paying down some debt. My bills are handled. I'm enjoying my life right now as far as like going out and doing and seeing things. But I could stand to make some more money. You know what I mean? And I'm sure we all could, but life is getting crazy. The world is getting more expensive. So making more money is just not a bad idea. But my only goal, like I want to see how much I actually made this year from like my job, right? And like I don't have stocks. I have like a Roth IRA because I can't buy stocks for reasons I don't want to get into. So not criminal reasons. It's something very simple, honestly, but that's besides the point. I don't have stocks that are like generating funds that way, but I have a Roth that's like getting, its little bits here and there. But I definitely want to see how much I made this year and then try to beat that, right? And so obviously I won't really know until the beginning of 2027 if I beat that goal or not, but I'll have an idea, right? Because there are obviously various methods to make money in this world. Various methods, right? Obviously, I shouldn't say obviously. I'm not making money from the content I'm doing yet. I'm not making money yet, but it's possible. You know what I mean? Like the ability to make money via the content is possible. And again, there are various other avenues that I could be doing and using to make money. I just have to go out there and do it. So yeah, again, my question of the day for you guys is, what is your resolution if you have one? If you don't have a resolution, are there any goals that you have in place for yourself this year? Go ahead and put that in the comments. And honestly, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'm gonna keep this New Year's Day episode short and sweet. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Once again, Happy New Year to all of you. Make sure that you please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those things. Once again, welcome to the new followers. Please hop into the community, say what's up, share some ideas that you want to see me do. And until next time, y'all, this is King Echo signing off.